Why does the therapy scene in Backrooms feel like a colorblind echo of Get Out? Or to borrow Backrooms' own terminology, race is treated like a still life, present to be looked at, but never addressed by the narrative. Both movies place a black man's mind under the supervision of a white woman and turn psychological dynamics into a physical space. And yes, Jordan Peele builds the entire film around race, so of course he recognizes the meaning of this dynamic, while Backrooms uses an adjacent configuration but behaves as though it were culturally blank. My point here is that filmmakers should still account for those dynamics even when race is not the explicit theme of the story. Therefore, Clark in the movie functions as a white default character. The film gives him a supposedly universal male crisis, but not the racial context that would inevitably shape how this particular man experiences failure, therapy, masculinity, danger, and authority. Critics and viewers have consequently read the film through capitalist alienation, masculine failure, and obsession. But capitalism in the United States has never operated independently of race. A black man's relationship to ownership, entrepreneurship, professional recognition, and financial failure cannot simply be treated as identical to that of an abstract universal man. The film may critique the demand that men acquire status and wealth to prove their worth, yet by refusing to include important character details on how they access that status, it produces an incomplete analysis of capitalism. I'm not implying here that black characters cannot be villains, contradictory, or deeply flawed, but Clark seems to carry far more representational weight because the film does not provide a broader world around him. His most narratively significant relationships are largely with white characters. The point here is not who is permitted to portray such a character, but the context in which that character exists. A variety of black characters with distinct motives and backstories prevents one monstrous character from becoming the film's dominant image of blackness. What I'm saying is intentional racial world building gives viewers a framework that Backrooms unfortunately lacks. That is the danger of the white gaze. It's the confidence to tell stories about people of the global majority, while believing race does not have to be part of the story. Backrooms began as a collaborative internet folklore, but when online mythology becomes a successful Hollywood film, it adds to the cultural zeitgeist of a generation, and its filmmakers should acknowledge the responsibility involved in constructing those images. As a filmmaker, this raises a larger question for me about how we treat our characters, especially when they are from different backgrounds, and it's equally important to learn to view films through different lenses. I hope my generation of filmmakers and the generations after us become more mindful about what our portrayals carry.